Do you know how much you're worth? Of course, the right answer is that you're priceless, but when we talk about your earnings or your average net worth, you should be able to answer that too. Whether you're still a student, an intern, a junior employee, a CEO, or a business owner. Even the richest people in the world monitor their wealth, like Jeff Bezos, Elon Musk, Mark Zuckerberg, and many more. Their net worth is always broadcasted on Forbes and on all platforms across the world. Have you ever wondered why their wealth is always recorded and published? Well, aside from the competition and for the sake of giving out information, it also helps them and the public be aware of how much they are doing and growing financially. Knowing your net worth is also beneficial even if you and I are just normal citizens working a minimum wage. You should also know that your net worth is not necessarily focused on your income or your debt. So, if you want to know about your net worth and how you can increase it, you should consider liking this video and subscribing to our channel. We always post videos on tips and tricks to earning financial freedom because we believe that to be finance savvy, financial intellect is your buddy. So what are you waiting for? Let's get right into it. What is net worth? Your net worth is the grand total of all your assets minus your liabilities. In other words, it is the value in cash you would have if you were to sell everything you own and pay off all your debts. Assets are more than just money. It includes cash in your bank accounts, any investments such as stocks or mutual funds, the value of your home, and valuable personal property such as collectibles or jewelry. From the value of these assets, you subtract the value of your debts that include a mortgage, your car, student loans or any loans that you have to pay in the future, and credit card balances. How is net worth calculated? Imagine you own a house worth $500,000, a car priced at $70,000, other property and assets amounting to $30,000. Summing it up would lead you to a total of $600,000 worth of assets. The next thing to do is total your debts or liabilities. Now, imagine you have a $350,000 mortgage value, $16,000 in student loans, and $9,000 credit card debts, giving you a total of $375,000 amount of debt. If you subtract it from the worth of your assets, it will leave you with $225,000, which is considered as your net worth. This amount of money is relatively different from the average or what an individual person's net worth is in the United States. According to the Federal Reserve Board's 2019 report on the family income and net worth, the mean or average net worth of a U.S. household was at $748,800. You might be surprised because this number seems too high for a family of 5, even if you say that 4 among the family members are working citizens. This is because in the survey, everyone is included, even those extremely rich households of billionaires and millionaires. Their net worth dragged the data into the upper interval, but if it's the median or middle value that is focused on, the number becomes as realistic as $121,700, which is considered far more attainable than the whopping almost $750,000. At this point, you might be asking, so what does it have to do with my earnings? Net worth has a lot to do with your finances because as you progress and age, your awareness of your assets and liabilities should also increase. And the net worth is the main basis for that. Knowing your net worth will help you in making financial decisions and will make you more cautious and careful with how you spend your money. Listen closely because in this part, we are about to tell you the standard or at least your target net worth when you reach a certain age. See if you can relate, if you haven't even come close yet, or if you have exceeded it. Net worth in age groups. If you're under 35 and the head of the family, the expected net worth is just at $13,900 because of many factors including but not limited to age, education, and employment. Since most young adults at this age are just starting their career, they have no means of earning a stable income yet unless they are the successors of business empires. But focusing on the average citizen, they might even have student loans yet to be paid, or they might have to pay for the house and car loans. Even the disparity in the net worth of homeowners and renters is exceedingly high. The Federal Reserve estimated the renters to have only a net worth of $6,300 compared to the $255,000 of homeowners. With all of these considerations, investments can be taken out of the picture since individuals early at this age might just only start to know and explore investments and not yet proceed on venturing them. If you're between the ages of 35 to 44, your expected net worth is $91,300. Financial progress picks up a little at this point, and in most cases, a career has developed and revenues have risen. Growing families, however, bring with them their new duties. Purchasing a property rather than renting or living with relatives has likely contributed to their net worth rise because they're paying down their mortgage and holding an appreciating asset or an asset that can give them income. Hopefully, retirement funds have been established and are being replenished on a regular basis. However, many people at this age have yet to consider retirement since they see themselves still exploring various careers and possibilities in their chosen track. If you're between the ages of 45 to 54, you are close to having a net worth of $168,600. As you reach this age group, there are not many life changes that can happen really, aside from some families seeing their children move out, which may or may not help with the family budget. With the exception of the rare upgrade to accommodate a larger family, these elderly households are normally in similarly priced homes as they were previously residing. Still, many people fail to start planning for their future because they don't see the importance of the need to invest. As a result, debt might pile up, and their misled belief that they work hard so they deserve all the luxuries lead them to having no money at the latter part of their life. Thinking that your wants are also needs can be the main cause of how you lose money at this point in your life. If you're between the ages of 55 to 64, expect a minimal increase in your net worth to $212,500. 10 to 15 years since the past age group does not really change the house setup. There might just be an additional renovated room or a construction upgrade. It can also be possible that the families resort to leaving their previous home and choosing a smaller one, decreasing the worth of their house. This is done to accommodate the space consumed by the only remaining members of the family, since most children might be old enough to leave home already. In addition, expect there is also a possibility for your net worth to decrease if you do not have investments that will continuously give you revenues passively. Since the ability to work and productivity significantly decreases once you reach this age group, it also affects the assets and income of the families at this point. If you're between the ages of 65 to 74, there is also a slight increase in net worth to $266,400 compared to the net worth in the previous age group. At this age, retirement plans start to benefit the family, and since net worth will no longer be growing as it did before, individuals or families headed by a retired or senior citizen heavily relies on investments. Alongside the daily needs of the family is the pricey hospital bills and healthcare needs for the elderly. At this age, medical bills will probably take the majority or a huge percentage of the family's assets. Finally, if you're 75 years old or above, your net worth decreases and the median or expected net worth is equal to $254,800. Net worth would start to depreciate or decrease at this age, mainly because spending might be more prioritized than earning. There is no problem with this except when you are still the breadwinner or the main provider of the family, or if you do not have enough retirement money to sustain your family's needs once you leave them. Knowing your net worth is really important not only because it defines when you'll be financially independent or how much money you'll have when you retire. Do remember that these estimates do not apply to all, and it will depend mainly on how you manage your finances and how you plan for your assets and liabilities. You could start having a net worth of millions even at such a young age, but retire at $20,000. The way your money will grow or go will depend mainly on your financial decisions. So, without further ado, listen to a few of our tips or reminders that will help you monitor and somehow increase your net worth. Tip number 1. Pay down loans, credit cards, and other debts. Clearing all the debts or loans that decrease your net worth should be your priority while you start your career. Tip number 2. Focus your money on investments. Appreciating assets like real estate, businesses, stocks, and other investments bring you compounded revenues. Knowing your large assets like your properties and other businesses, as well as your liquid assets or your savings accounts, cash, retirement accounts, and other investments will also help you with how you handle your money and where to allocate your spending. Tip number 3. Calculate your net worth on a regular basis. It does not have to be every day, but it should be part of your monthly and yearly routine to monitor how many assets and liabilities you have. Just replay this video to know how you can find out how much your net worth is. Lastly, tip number 4. Earn, earn, earn. Even if you are working an 8-hour job that pays you quite a large amount of money, look for other opportunities that will increase your income. You can watch our videos or subscribe to our channel so that you'll always be updated whenever we upload content that will surely help you in your financial journey. Learn to trust the process and take your time to absorb all this information. Once you master how you can manage your net worth, be careful of other factors such as inflation, depreciation in the market value, and emergency expenses. It is impossible to know the accurate trajectory of your net worth at a certain age, but having a standard goal or target estimate will direct you to choices that will secure your financial freedom. That's it, financial buddies. If you have any questions or recommendations, feel free to comment down below, and don't forget to subscribe and click the notification bell so that you'll be updated whenever we post new content. Thank you, and see you in the next video, financial buddies.